What you doing? I'm AC, and this is Otaku News Reviews. I will be talking about Jiangshi X by Norihiko Kurazono, Chapter 2, The Wish That Burns Within. This chapter came out on January 29th, 2023, and is 45 pages long, so about half the length of the first chapter, but it's still one of the beginning chapters, so we're still getting these beefy ones. So this chapter is all about our three main guys, I guess, protagonist group of the series. Of course, the main protagonist is Yahoo, then Jiu and then Xiaoyun. The girl on the first mission, the finally daoshi, and right off the bat, it decides to explain what the bagua daoshi is, which bagua has to do with like the 8 symbols of yin yang. I looked into it a little bit. Do your own research, because there's a lot to this that I just don't know anything about. But yeah, it's pretty much the 8 symbols daoshi, the 8 daoshi. But they're apparently a group that is second only to the daoshi, which a term came up in the first one I didn't really look into, but I did. And da should be big or great. So, the great daoshi, pretty much the top daoshi. So that's what I'm guessing it's supposed to mean. But yeah, this is not to be a rant, but it's one of those awkward things where, it's the beginning. For readers, you need to explain what these things are, just so you know. But it's obvious this group knows who the bagua daoshi are. And I like that Julie says this. He's like, oh, the bagua daoshi? You mean the group second only to the daoshi? And then I love that Xiaoyun is like, duh. Yeah, he does know that. I like that it seems to be poking fun at that, because it's an awkward way to try to do it, but it's like a necessary awkwardness. And I just don't really ever see people write it in a way that's not like, well, the characters already know this. It's awkward when you think too much about it, and I thought too much about it. But then, of course, there's Yahoo poking fun, and then you get to see the only name, technique, or attack by Xiaoyun trying to hit Jiahu, and it's the Xinfa, the Divine Punishment. And that's it. That's the only one that's named. I guess they got all of them out in the first battle of the first chapter, because there is a little bit of fighting in this chapter, but nothing is actually said out loud. Because, that's already kind of whatever. Weird that they saying their techniques, even though there's reasons for it. But yeah, this is the only one that's actually said in this chapter. And I was like, huh. And it's more of a joke. Yeah, Julie is saying how all the Jiangshi around are supposed to be sealed. So, there hasn't been any new ones in years. So, lately, all the new daoshi have been getting these lame missions. And I guess things are going to be different now. Because they run in, or they are going to be team up with Daoshi Konglin, who is apparently going to be my favorite character, because he's like the drunk monk type. The first thing you're seeing, he's drinking. Xiaoyun's even he's drinking so early in the day. But yeah, he's apparently the second command of the King Qinglong group. I don't know who that is. That's just what they say. But apparently their first mission is to go to the village of Qinglong, which has no relations apparently. I guess they're just trying to add a bit of random dry humor. I find it humorous, but it's not like it's supposed to be half funny. It's okay, I see what you're doing. I have a weird sense of humor. But yeah, 4 villagers were killed, just brutally slaughtered, and they're supposed to go and figure out what happened. Immediately when they get there, Cho Yun starts making these protection amulets. The Shirchi Chu. Chinese. I'm not good at it, but I'm trying because I feel like I need to. And just making them he makes one, and then once he makes one, of course, everyone is going to want one because, they want to be protected. People have just been getting killed. But Konglin starts talking about thinking, I guess, how the Jiangshi should be sealed away, in the Lingfu nearby, and yeah, he doesn't know what's up, if there's just something else, if it's another one. Spoiler alert, yeah, it's the one that's supposed to be sealed escaped. Apparently, the only witness to these attacks is a little girl who was hid in the bushes while her parents were killed, where they had enough time to do that and didn't hide themselves. But okay, yeah, they find it right away. Again, they waste no time. Okay, yeah, they find it right away. They're able to go and sense this Jiangshi, like some kind of sinister aura. But yeah, it's just a first order Jiangshi, but it's apparently a strong one for it being first order. With this being the first mission, you think, oh, there'll be a little bit of struggle. Yeah, maybe Kung Lin will have them fight and then have to step in, whatever. But no, Xiaohu decides he's going to fight it alone. And then it cuts to a flashback of him being a child, seeing his parents killed, and he almost killed until Long Hu saves him. And then, referring to the chapter of name, he develops this wish to be strong. You know, that wish that burns within, or the wish burning within him is to be strong so he can help, save people and keep kids from losing parents. This little girl he's helping already lost her parents, so he can't do anything about that. But yeah, and it cuts to him going to fight, beats it in one punch. I guess One Punch Man's out, except for he doesn't explode. But yeah, hits him. No need to name the technique or the attack or whatever. He just go good old uppercut, if I remember correctly, and yeah, it's sealed, and they're just walking around with it, which is weird. I don't get why they don't kill these. They're just walking around. They keep sealing them up, but everything that gets sealed up gets unsealed. How come nobody figures this out? I know it's probably just anime manga logic, but kill it, destroy it somehow. Even though, okay, deep cut, I guess. Going like Jackie Chan Adventures, the uncle says killing evil or completely destroying evil just opens a hole for even bigger evil to come through. I don't know how true that is, but obviously sealing this shit doesn't work. Kill it, destroy it. But maybe it has to do with what jiangshi actually are. In this, I referred to them before as like ghouls, kind of like what a vampire ghoul was. Apparently, a translation is stiff corpse. I'm thinking more like zombie and stuff, but apparently it's like hopping vampire. Don't know what's hopping about it. I mean, you can kind of see why it would be jumpy and hoppy and a lot of the stances they take. But they're more like zombies to me. So, I don't know. Zombies, ghouls, definitely not like vampires in a Western sense. But maybe, Asian vampires are different, or the idea of vampires are different. I don't know. Maybe I should look more into that. I don't know. But I guess that's why they can't kill them, because they're not dead. But you think they could still destroy the body somehow. Why do you keep sealing them? Are they being used for something? That's the only thing I could think of. After this fighting's done and they're parading around with this young shit, Xiaohu gives a girl, Yushai Hushenfu, some kind of house protection armlet that is apparently a Shinfu de Shijie, supposed to like give some kind of a little protection from like a god realm or some type of connection to it. There's not a whole lot of explanation. They just say it. And I'm kind of liking this no explanation thing, even though I don't know what it's supposed to mean. And the fact that it's a lot of Chinese terms. Chinese terms, by the way, always the Chinese term immediately followed by what I assume is the English translation term for it, which is helpful. I assume if it's Japanese, it'll be Chinese followed by a Japanese equivalent. But yeah, that's it. There's no explanation of even what released this young shit. Kind of miss out on that part. Maybe there's more that's going to go on with this mission. Maybe the mission isn't over, because there's still some suspicious activity going on. However, the chapter isn't over. In the last few pages of this chapter, they're able to cram in so much stuff and so much to look forward to. It cuts to Bagua Hall, where the 8 Bagua and then Long Fu were summoned by their, I guess, goddess. I don't know how literal they're thinking of a goddess, or they just refer to her as a goddess. Probably the leader of all of them. But yeah, the goddess Jiutan Shinu. It also shows in just, side by sides of who the 8 Bagua are. We have Kan, the water, Gen, the mountain, Jin, the thunder, Xun, the wood and wind, Lia, the fire, Kun, the earth, Dui, the marsh, and then Qian, the sky orb. I'm pretty sure it's usually referred to as heaven. I looked into what they are, and then the symbol you see is like the yin yang. All this has to do with yin yang, which refers to the very first scene of this series, which is really cool. I'm looking forward to see how they're going to play into this yin and yang discrepancy, I guess, or I don't know, rivalry. I don't know. There's definitely going to be some yin versus yang going on in this series, but it's, I don't know. I'm going to look into all of this stuff because I don't know anything about it. And it's going to be cool to, I'm probably not going to be too accurate considering, you know, maybe Japanese. Well, it's all based on Taoist stuff because daoshi are supposed to be Taoist priests and monks, and I assume yin yang, what they're going to be playing off of, will also be with Taoist views, and maybe, I don't know, the creators also into Taoist stuff. I don't know how much information or knowledge he has on this, but it'll be cool to see what comes from this because it's completely new to me, so I'm excited for it. This goddess saw a Xiangming Yan, a vision of a future, and it said the Tiandi Poji are coming, or is coming, they are coming. I don't know. We saw the end of the first chapter that group's coming. Is that what this Tiandi Poji is going to be, or is it something? This is going to be the overall threat, and then the last chapter was just going to be the first immediate like kind of threat. I don't know, or maybe all this stuff's going to come together. But apparently, this is going to be the complete destruction of heaven and earth. Oh, so yeah, big stuff. Really setting up like this whole overall thing, but setting it up so soon also can be like, I don't know, a bad, like a sign that it might be a short series. I don't know. They already foreshadowed in the first one that bad things might happen to the three main guys. So I don't know. Some big stuff's happening. So maybe dark, sad stuff's gonna be happening. Also, just a little note, I almost forgot. I don't know what the Bagwa's actual names are because the things I said all still refer to the Bagua in general, so I don't know if that's how they're going to be referred to, if that's actually going to be their names, or if they have other names and that's just what they're resenting as part of Bagua. I don't know. They don't say anything throughout this, so we're just going to have to look forward to meeting more of those characters and seeing what they're going to do. But yeah, opens up a whole lot of questions, a whole lot of theorizing what might happen. What is this Tiandi Poji? That sounds familiar to me for some reason. Maybe I'll have to look that up. Maybe that's a real thing too. I didn't think about that. I thought it was just something that might have been made up for the story, but it might be a real thing, a real theory, something that's actually might be expected to happen in Taoist thought. I don't know. But yeah, I'm looking forward to see what happens. It's still really cool. A lot, it seems like it's going to be going on probably really soon, but I also want to see the other two fight more. I just want to see them fight a lot more in general, which I'm not a huge action person, but not too much is happening so far, and I want to see what's happening. I want to see more of daoshi Konglin, because, you know, the drunken characters are always my favorite. They're always so badass and cool. I don't know, it would be so cool to look forward to. But yeah, let me know what you thought what your favorite part is, who you think's going to be the coolest of the Bagua. There's a lot of stuff going on there, but it's just so much to look forward to. I'm getting really excited for this one. It's so cool. But yeah, tell me whatever you thought. You can either do it in the comments. You can, hey, follow me on my social media and talk to me there if you want. It's DAC Stories everywhere. Also have a Discord you can join. Links for all this stuff will be in the description. You can send me emails, dacstories@gmail.com, you know, all that stuff. But yeah, if you like what I had to say, go ahead and like this. You want, be sure to follow and stay in the loop of what's going on here. You can subscribe. Do all that cool stuff. But yeah, and this is going to be it for this chapter of Jiangshi X. Until next time, I'm the AC. Thank you so much, and bye.